I'm Corey, and welcome to Corey's Corner, where we share life lessons, messages of faith, and how to become the best versions of ourselves. If this is something that resonates with you deeply, then go ahead, press that subscribe button, join the community, and let's learn and grow together. Now, if today's video or any other video on this channel resonates with you, go ahead, press the like button, and even more so, share it with someone that you know will benefit greatly from the message. Now, on to today's video. Okay, ladies, let's talk about celibacy. And I'm just gonna jump right in and tell you three things that I want you to take away from this conversation. Number one, it's a journey. Number two, it's about your relationship with God. And number three, it's about honoring yourself. And I'm not just talking about physically, but also spiritually. Who are you? Who are you at your core? Are you honoring yourself every single day? Okay, so if you don't take anything away from this conversation, I want you to take away those three things, okay? So let's start talking about the journey itself, because quite frankly, what I've been hearing a lot is women taking this particular position or this oath, if you will, of celibacy with the understanding that they are going to abstain from certain activity until they get married. Now, this is my personal opinion, and I can be wrong, and I'm willing to be wrong. But from what I get, especially because I'm on this journey as well, is that it's 0.5% of what this journey is all about. Like, it's not just about that, ladies. Let's be clear, because at the end of the day, you can get married anytime, right? But the question is, are you getting married to the right person? And I know that sounds like a weird question, but let me back it up by saying, just because you stop doing a certain thing doesn't necessarily mean you're making good decisions as a result of it. Yeah. So look, let's talk about the journey and how it's a spiritual one, because at the end of the day, your reasoning behind not doing that anymore is so that you can start to see clearly. Let's be honest, because I know this is true for me, so it has to be true for you, okay? Unless you're just willing to lie to yourself. But sometimes we get lost in the sauce, right? I don't want to say another word because it'll probably be a flag on the play, so to speak, for YouTube. But, you know, we get hypnotized. We'll say hypnotized, okay? And we don't think clearly. When you're under hypnosis, you are not yourself, right? And so at the end of the day, we are abstaining so that we can gain more clarity. And gaining that clarity now goes into what I mentioned as number two. Either you're going to establish a relationship with God or reestablish one. Now, one or the other is based on if you know God or you don't, right? And that clarity comes through speaking with Him, getting closer to Him, reading the Word, letting the Word read you, you know, all of that. So I know for some people that might be a trigger as well, saying, well, I don't read the Bible, I'm not Christian, da 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 da. Okay, I don't want you to feel excluded. At the same time, God is God. So however you create that relationship, there needs to be one in order for you to receive that clarity. You can't get that clarity all on your own. I'll leave it at that. So once you establish or reestablish that relationship, you'll notice that things will start to transform in your life. However, they start off positive, but then the real work begins right after that, because you're really excited about, I've made this decision, I'm going to do this, etc. But then the real work begins. And the real work begins when temptation comes in your face to test your resolve. And trust and believe, I had that happen to me almost immediately when I made that decision. And just like anyone else, okay, ain't nobody walking through this thing perfectly. I kind of backslid because it was like, ooh, wait a minute. How real am I about this decision? Now, I didn't get too far, but I was tested. And because it was such a fresh decision, of course, I kind of not fall back into bad habits. I almost got caught, is basically what I'm saying. So, that can happen because that's, again, where the real work begins. And as long as you continue to stand your ground and continue to build that relationship with God or reestablish that relationship with God, He will help you through these things. And so, basically what I'm saying is if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. But, more than once becomes a pattern and it becomes a habit. And then you have something else on your hands. So that's another thing. Then, number 3, honoring your body. Like, ladies, I don't think we really understand how special we actually are, how precious we are, and not just from a physical standpoint, but just our role here. And don't come at me in the comments about gender roles, okay? I'm just establishing, as far as women, who we are and who we are meant to become, how important of a role we play, not just in society, but just spiritually. And so we are able to do things that men will never be able to do. I don't care what decisions are made. Okay, again, don't want to get trigger happy, and I don't want to get sidetracked either. But at the end of the day, just the vessel that we're in and we're carrying, so to speak, we only get one shot at this. So you want to do things the right way. And then spiritually speaking, you just want to honor the very essence of who you are and know that you are special and know that someone should treat you as such. But if we're giving ourselves away all the time, it's kind of challenging. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want you guys to walk away with this idea that because you've been through what you've been through, I don't know your story, I'm just looking into my iPhone speaking to you, but it doesn't mean that you can't start over, that you can't press the reset button and start to love yourself more. We're all on different journeys. Let's be honest. We're all on different journeys. We're all on different segments. We've all gone through different stuff. But at the end of the day, the one thing, aside from those 3 that I mentioned off top, the one thing that I will always advocate for is self-love and being able to start over again. Don't let anybody make you think that you're A, damaged goods, or B, no one's gonna love you. I've heard that before. Or that this is the end for you. It is not. We are all faulty human beings, so therefore, who out there is to say that this is a finite situation for you and that's it, like give up hope? How dare you, right? So I always want to speak positivity into things and into people and into circumstances. And I just want to remind you that no matter where you are in your journey, even if you're in this walk of celibacy and you had some hiccups, that's okay. You're a human being. You're allowed to have hiccups. But like I said, you can't do a pattern because then we got to deal with something else, right? Before we could even start talking about celibacy. So at the end of the day, we're all human. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to stumble a little bit. The whole point is to get back up, dust yourself off, and keep going, keep trying, keep progressing, keep pushing forward. That is the point. We're not meant to be perfect beings. We're meant to be evolving beings. And so at the end of the day, fight the good fight, right? In a positive way. Keep learning more about yourself. Keep finding ways to grow. And if it means changing your environment, if it means, kind of taking a step back from a circle of friends, because sometimes we can be in a crowd of people who want to behave a certain way, and for you, you're like, I don't want to do that no more. That's the decisions that I had to make too. And my celibacy walk isn't just about abstaining from activities, but also not putting myself in environments that would trigger such activities, right? So yes, sometimes it can get lonely, sometimes it can get lonely. But at the end of the day, you need to know why you're doing this. And the simple, just mere fact of, oh, I want to save myself from my husband is not enough. I think that's basically what I'm trying to say. It's not enough. It's about you and your spiritual growth and development. And that plays more of a part in choosing the right partner or allowing the right partner to come into your life more than it is about stopping this particular thing. So I hope that you guys got something out of this where you can start to self-reflect and be like, where am I in my journey? Am I doing this for the right reasons? And maybe do I need to change my environment a little bit? Those questions are up to you as to how you can assess where you are in your journey and the purpose behind it. But my prayer to all of you is that you recognize more about the spiritual part of your journey than you do the physical. Because like I said, the physical means absolutely nothing if you're not nurturing this right here. Okay? So with that, I'm signing off. Be blessed, stay blessed, and until next time, peace.